Ollie was searching for a new apartment in the old city when he stumbled upon an affordable unit in an old building. Although the place seemed abandoned, he decided to move in. A few days after settling in, Ollie noticed something strange, a room in the back corner for which he had no key. One night, while trying to sleep, he heard mysterious sounds coming from the room. Indistinct whispers and the sound of light footsteps. He tried to ignore them, but curiosity drove him to attempt to open the room. He discovered that the door was not only locked, but surrounded by strange marks and carved symbols. He decided to break the lock and uncover what lay behind the door. When he entered the room, he found it filled with dust and old furniture covered with sheets. In the middle of the room, there was an old box covered in moths, tightly closed. He tried to open the box, but it was difficult to move. Suddenly, the light in the room began to dim and flicker irregularly, and Ollie felt something heavy in the air. When he finally managed to open the box, he found a collection of old letters and a photo of a family that looked familiar. The letters told the story of a family that had lived in the apartment and the horrific events they faced due to a curse that haunted them. The letters spoke of a dark entity living in the room, feeding on fear and death. At that moment, Ollie felt a cold hand grip his shoulder. He turned quickly, but there was no one there. The sounds began to return loudly, and the atmosphere became suffocating. He tried to go back out of the room, but the door suddenly slammed shut behind him. Ollie became trapped in the room, where the sounds intensified as if they were closing in on him. Darkness surrounded him, and he could see nothing. He hurried to try to break the door, but to no avail. Suddenly, the picture fell from the wall, with the words, "Don't run. We are always here." When he finally managed to open the door and escape, he found that the room had completely vanished, and there was no trace of it left. He returned home, but that experience always made him feel that something dark was watching him. Realizing that the darkness he discovered was not only in the room, but also within himself.